Hey everybody, Josh Nerd here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan again, and I've got something different for you today. When I came to work yesterday, I was quite shocked by something that I saw in my email. A couple representatives from different manufacturers had sent me pictures. Apparently, over at Jayco, over at night, they had some pretty crazy tornado force winds. And out in their Eagle fifth wheel holding yard where they have completed fifth wheels built, 3 of these things just toppled over. It's actually really crazy how it happened because it's in a row of 20 trailers with trailers in front of it and behind it, and 3 dead in the middle just bloop, fell right over. Presumably from wind exposure. And I kind of went through stages on this when I saw it. The first thing was like, oh wow, oh my gosh, look at that. And then there was the stage, because I've got a sense of humor where I make light of things when there's no harm in doing so necessarily. And then I started really looking at these photos, and I saw some of the most impressive construction and craftsmanship and quality out of a manufacturer I think you could ever hope for. Now, in the auto business, we see those clips where the crash test dummies just munch up cars and you watch the guy's head snap around, And in the RV business, they don't do a lot of that, and I completely understand why. So, in a way, this is kind of a view into how these things are going to hold up in something of a disaster scenario that you just don't normally get to see. So I want to kind of to show you what I mean here. This is what this thing looked like when they were pulling it back over. They sort of had a really interesting tandem tractor scenario. And looking at it, what's crazy is the box held square. The box of the trailer held square. The general structure, it really wasn't compromised. That's what's crazy. And then right about here, it might be hard to see off this little video, but now we get to the point where the landing gear leg is the only thing holding up the weight of this fifth wheel. It's resting on the tires, and this thing's on a crazy angle, and one single front jack leg is holding this fifth wheel up. And it's getting pushed completely laterally, completely to the side. And it's like going, it's holding on for its dear life. And you can see it right there. These guys are actually going, oh my gosh, I don't know if it's going to hold. The leg's going to break. Be careful. Everybody stand back. And it doesn't. And you actually can see the leg as the leg's bent like crazy, and it kicks and straightens itself back out. It is unbelievable. Now, right here, this is the part that absolutely shocked me. Yes, the awning is damaged. Sure, the entry handle might be a little damaged. Of course, it just had 9,000 pounds on it. Blam, I think I'd be a little worse for the wear too. But the sidewall never failed. The skirting isn't scratched. The what I would have bet for sure, I would have bet your paycheck, my paycheck, everybody's paycheck, that the awning arms would have punched and penetrated into that sidewall. I'd have guaranteed that would have happened. And it didn't happen on any of the 3 of those coaches. And that just absolutely blew me away. The more I looked at this, the more I was just absolutely shocked and amazed that the shell, the construction, the structure of that Jayco Eagle held. And that is, I think, one of the coolest things about offering these here at Haylett RV. And understand, we carry a lot of different brands here at Haylett RV. We try to have a lot of different selection for everyone. And one of the things that I always say, and I adamantly believe, guys, is that every RV is the best for a different reason. But you get kind of numb to these things, being exposed to them all day, every single time. They just start to look the same very quickly. And this was a wake-up call for me. And I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I know how this trailer is structured, but to see it perform like that, I never ever would have guessed that. I don't know that other trailers wouldn't have performed that way. I hope we never find out if they can perform that way, but I also know that I have the most extreme confidence in the construction of a Jayco product right now than I've ever had before in my entire life, my career. I mean, it's not like I'm 80 years old, 35 years, I've never seen anything like this, but I haven't. I mean, this is crazy impressive. And with all the tens of thousands of trailers I've seen and the stories that I hear, you think I'd have heard something like this before, but never. Now, here's the other thing I looked at, and here's the other reason I'm really proud to be able to offer the Jayco product here at Haylett RV. And that is because what I realized the second or third time I watched this is more than just, wow, the trailer held up. That was a family model. That was a bunkhouse. That was a 29.5 BHDS Eagle HT. Just like the ones that I have out here at our facility every single day at Haylett RV. And the people, if there would have been people inside of it, because that's the thing I try to remember is the human element to this. If you would have been in there, if I would have been in there with my family, and that thing went over in the wind, we might have been a little banged up. The kiddo might have been a little bit scared. We'd have been disoriented for a few minutes. But we would have been perfectly fine. We wouldn't have been injured or something, maybe a little bruised, but bruises heal, guys. You can't replace your kids. You can't replace your significant other. Insurance can help you replace an RV. Here at Haylett RV, we can help you replace an RV. But there was not a single interior structural conflict, anything that would have ever resulted in a human injury in that experience. And I hope, truly, none of you ever have to experience that in real life, in real time. It'd be bad enough if after a windstorm you found your fifth wheel was laying on its side. It'd be even worse if you were in it when it happened. But you would have been okay. That is, wow, that is truly impressive, the way that thing held right there. It reminds me very much, we've actually seen something like this from our personal experience from a customer we've had here at Haylett RV. We had a customer buy a Jayco J-Flight from us, big double slide bunkhouse, the 32 BHDS, still one of the best sellers we have out here. And where they were parked, up a hill nearby, was a big tree. And the wind hit that thing and it, wham, landed on top of the trailer, at the back of the trailer, on top of the bunkhouse area. And there was damage to that RV. Of course, a tree landed on it. But the slide, the structure held enough that the slide was still able to come back in. They were able to get the trailer here. If there would have been someone on the top bunk sleeping, they would have been okay. And if you ever want to tell me that Magnum Truss roof system that Jayco builds, it holds the most weight, it has the most structural integrity of any towable RV roof out there, and frankly, I'll put it next to anything motorized at this stage from what I've seen. If you'd have told me that was overbuilt and argued that with me, all I have to do is show footage like this and I'll say, I don't know. I think my kid's safety might be worth it. And I mean, I can't put it more clearly than that. This would have protected your family in the event of a disaster scenario. Again, I hope this never occurs, but it is, something that theoretically could happen. You've got an amazing shell protecting you. Now, the next question I immediately had is, okay, you got 3 of these things, high dollar assets, laying on their side, obvious damage. Folks at Jayco, what do you do with these? Now, my suspicion, what I would have expected the answer to be is, well, we're going to take them into the shop, we're going to replace a couple things like the power awning, and then we're going to offer them as and manufacturers do this, mind you, like something like a scratch and dent, no warranty, full disclosure. Hey, this thing, we make no promises for it, and they might just try to sell it for their absolute cost, just absolutely break even on it, just for the sake of keeping the wheels turning. I would have been okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. One of our salesmen here, Mr. Aaron Derschel, that's how he purchased his first RV. It was a factory rebuild, basically, from a manufacturer. I'm okay with things like that as long as the potential buyer knows exactly what they're getting into. But it wasn't just the trailer from Jayco that amazed me. It was the people at Jayco that went, again, above and beyond. So not only was this thing built incredibly, like when I talk about the thicker box tubes, steel frames, and the sidewall flanges. When I talk about the Magnum Truss roofing, the strength of the plywood story, the lamination, the vacuum lamination at Jayco RV, I just got all the evidence I ever need to know that that is absolutely a superior constructed product. That's all I need. Every RV is the best in a different way. Here's where they've absolutely got the gold ribbon, okay? But the people. So I asked them, what are you going to do with these RVs now that you're done? And I said, are you going to just kind of try to cost them? I said, no, we're going to just probably scrap and salvage these. Even though they held really well, we don't want to take the chance of there being an unseen, unforeseen structural compromise that could potentially hurt or cost a person down the line. They are absorbing thousands, tens of thousands of dollars of loss for all the right reasons, so that they don't have that like fear at night, like they're gonna wake up like, did we maybe hurt somebody by selling a fifth wheel that we shouldn't have to them? Working here at Haylett RV, a family-owned dealership. My father, Mr. Haylett, operates the place. We've been here since '89. My brothers are vice president. I'm obviously, I don't know what my official title will be. I call myself computer guy, but I don't know, online marketing director, whatever the case may be. As a family-owned, operated dealership with those core values instilled in us, I couldn't have ever dreamt corporate America would have that kind of care and concern for their potential customers. I don't know what else to say. I don't know if I've ever been more proud to have the Jayco product here at our dealership at Haylett RV than I am right now. And the thing is, guys, it's not just, that's how the Eagles built. No, Jayco's so consistent on their construction. That's the way Eagles built. That's the way North Point's built. Pinnacle, Seismic, Talon. They're travel trailers. If you just swap aluminum for wood, or even the White Hawk and Jay Feathers that are still aluminum constructed, they're all built the exact same way. They're just different shapes, sometimes different materials, but the story's the same. I couldn't be more psyched here at Haylett RV to offer them right now. I'm flying high on the Bluebird, basically. And if you folks are out there, if you're looking for the last RV you ever want to own, if you're looking for something that'll take care of your family, your kids and whatnot for 10, 12, 15 years until you're ready to swap out of a bunkhouse and get into that our very last, like if you're like, okay, we're going to have the J-Flight bunkhouse until we're ready to get into that luxury Eagle North Point Pinnacle fifth wheel for mom and dad's retirement. I don't know that there's a lot of other brands that can take care of you the way that this one can. I'm not saying other things are bad. I'm not saying they're not worth purchasing. I don't believe that at all. I believe every RV is the best for a different reason. And I don't believe, like the other brands that we carry here at Haylett RV, I don't believe that they're necessarily poorly constructed. But this is obviously of a superior category and caliber. And I don't know what more there is to say than that. If you'd like to learn more about the Eagles or anything else that we have here at Haylett RV, then give us a call. We'd love the opportunity to meet you. And I definitely feel good about putting your family in one of these, knowing you're gonna be safe. So with that, take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.